Hey, what's going on, all you Mansfield maniacs out there? This is TJ Tally coming at you with another episode of Wrestling News Wednesdays. Now, I did take a break last week. I did record for my personal YouTube channel, Positive Attitude Tuesdays. If you guys want to go follow, please do. Just search my name, Tyler Tally, Talley for the last name, and it should pop up. I haven't changed the name to my channel. You won't find any videos. I did do 3 videos, but I didn't feel as if they were good, honestly, or as if they were done right. Because I tried to freehand stuff like I did on the first episode of Wrestling News Wednesdays, and I just don't think it turned out as great as I planned. So, I mean, that's just that. I deleted them all. I'm going to start fresh, probably Tuesday. We'll see. But yeah, no. Yeah, like I said, took a week off. Just school and stuff was catching up to me. It was my first week. Yeah, it was my first week of my new class. I made the dean's list, so that's a plus. So yeah, I was just trying to get everything together, and I had to take a break because I was burning myself out. Even though I do have 3 days off work, which is pretty much I work Friday to Monday, and then I have Tuesday through Thursday off. But I wanted to relax last week and just kind of coast. So sorry if you guys missed me, but here I am. I am back and I'm refreshed and I'm ready to go. Now, honestly, I didn't take too much notes. I was busy doing schoolwork. Because unlike Josh, and this is no offense to him, because he goes to a campus, I do online schooling. But I don't think I really have a summer break like he does, so he has freedom to do whatever he wants. But I got to keep doing schoolwork. So, I mean, it is what it is, but I don't really have too much. I am going to talk about Raw and SmackDown and the Eric Bischoff thing here. I'm also going to talk about the wrestling that I had watched and posted last week on the Josh Mania Facebook page and how good that was and all that fun jazz. But yeah, I only have really 2 things. The one I'm probably going to talk about for a little while. Maybe I won't. I don't know. The other one kind of just came out during Fighter Fest, which is AEW and CEO Gaming presented Fighter Fest, not Fire Fest, not the music festival, Fighter Fest. But yeah, no, I thought. But I mean, that's what we're going to talk about today. I know it's about 3 minutes explaining everything that's been going on in the last week and stuff like that. So without further ado, let's get into the only 2 things I have in my notes. So first off, Paul Heyman, or no, we're gonna talk about that last. Brandy Rose versus Ali will happen at Fight for the Fallen. I know the chief brandy officer didn't usually wrestle. You thought she was gonna wrestle at Double or Nothing, but she came out and announced Awesome Kong. And I know she's had problems with Ali's going back to the Impact days. So they're gonna square off at Fight for the Fallen. Also, Hangman Page won a Fatal 4-Way during Fighter Fest. So now he's going to face Kip Sabian at Fight for the Fallen. I think momentum is going to continue, and Hangman will probably pick up the win there. But I'll dive more into that when the time comes. So that's only one of the things. Paul Heyman is to run Raw, Eric Bischoff to run SmackDown, as you guys already know, and they're going to report directly to Vince. So the thing I got to say about that, I know Josh put his input last week, or Maniac Mansfield put his input last week when it dropped last Thursday. I was at the hospital. My mother-in-law was having surgery. I was there literally all day, and then we left. Me and my wife left. Just a few things, came back, made sure she was okay, and then we left at night. So I spent literally the whole day in the hospital. My mother-in-law is doing good, so that is a plus. But yeah, so I couldn't really put my input on this, and I figured I'll wait till today because it's Wednesday, it's news day, to put my input on this. But before I do, I want to talk about all the wrestling I've seen over the week, or the weekend, rather. So I know a lot of people that might tune into this might watch just WWE or might just watch NXT, which is cool. I mean, your thing is your thing and it's your cup of tea, So you got to watch what you want to watch. But I did watch Ring of Honor. I thought most of it was pretty good. Um, yeah, some more of the more memorable matches. Uh, Bandito and Shane Taylor, if you don't know who they are, very, very good athletes. I thought they did a hell of a job against each other. Lifeblood was pretty. The Lifeblood and Villain Enterprises match was pretty good. The last match, Jeff Cobb versus Matt Taven. I figured Matt Taven was going to win, but it was kind of short because they sort of ran over on some spots, so it was kind of like a sudden finish, which was, I don't really like sudden finishes, but it was what it was. But yeah, Villain Enterprises, that match was awesome. They faced Lifeblood. They faced Hot Sauce Tracy Williams, Overkill, Mark Haskins. Oh crap, who was there? And then someone else. I forget. I'd have to go back and look. But yeah, so it was the Darewolf PJ Black. That's who it was. It was PJ Black or Justin Gabriel for your fans. Sorry, I had a brain fart and it just popped up, so I got excited for a second. PJ Black, the Darewolf, or Justin Gabriel, if you guys know him from WWE. It was him, Hot Sauce Tracy Williams, and Overkill Mark Haskins versus PCO, the Villain Marty Skrull, and Brody King. And it looked, and then Bully Ray, or Bubba Ray, or whatever the hell you want to call him, he came out and pretty much was attacking Lifeblood after they were already beaten down and battered from the match. And then you had Flip Gordon come out and pretty much say like, "Hey, I'm gonna join Lifeblood," kind of chased him off and stuff. Well, then come to find out, he's part of Villain Enterprises. So that was a big swerve. So we got the mercenary or the understudy in Villain Enterprises now. So I think that's a plus for Ring of Honor. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, please go watch a snippet of it. It's all over online. If you want to get into Ring of Honor, if you have a smartphone or you have somewhere where you can download the Fight TV app, they have weekly shows that are free. They're about an hour long, just like NXT. So yeah, you want to go watch them, go for it. But yeah, so Ring of Honor wasn't bad. Fyter Fest though, the pre-show, a lot of people are crapping on the pre-show. Oh, it was bad. Oh, it was this. Oh, it was that. I thought it was pretty good. Just my opinion. I thought it was pretty good. That tag match was very, very good. Private Party, SCU, and crap, who am I thinking of? And SCU, Private Party, and someone else. I'm having brain farts today, but yeah, they all three faced Best Friends, Best Friends, because the Best Friends won. Yeah, the Best Friends, Sexy Chucky T and Trent or Trent Beretta for you guys that watch. Seen Trent Beretta on WWE. Him and Sexy Chucky T pick up the win, but they are doing tag team wrestling the right way. Not saying WWE's not doing it because, their matches got to pick up. But if we're going to talk tag team wrestling, I think either NXT or AEW is doing it better than Raw and SmackDown. Now, don't get me wrong, I like tag teams, on those shows, but I think AEW and NXT and NXT UK are doing tag team wrestling. Well, not even NXT UK because I never really watched, seen tag teams on there. But yeah, NXT and AEW are doing tag team wrestling very, very well. Right now, Private Party, I knew nothing about them. I knew stuff about the Best Friends. I knew the Best Friends could wrestle. And SCU, which was Kazarian and Scorpio Sky, I knew they could wrestle. But I did not know anything about Private Party, and they put on an absolute banger of a match. And then I watched BTE, which is on YouTube, which is The Elite or Matt Jackson, Nick Jackson, all them. Anyways, they offer them full-time contracts after that match, and I think they deserve it. I mean, they were doing stuff that I've never seen, and the one dude did a moonsault, or not a moonsault, shooting star press. He did a shooting star press, and he got so high, it was ridiculous. But yeah, it was crazy. Absolutely loved it. So that was good. Another good match was toward the end, which was the Young Bucks and Kenny Omega, the Elite, versus Laredo Kid and the Lucha Brothers. That was a hell of a match between them. Very, very good, very well done. If you are a video game fan and you play Street Fighter, this was also good because they talked, or they didn't talk. They dressed up as Ken, Ryu, and Akuna, I believe. So from Street Fighter. So that was different and that was cool. You know, they did the thing and they had a hell of a match. So I was happy about that. And then Jon Moxley and the bad boy Joey Janela. A lot of people know Jon Moxley or Dean Ambrose from obviously WWE. The bad boy Joey Janela is a hardcore wrestler. So it was like, you know, what's going to happen in this unsanctioned match. They tore it down. AEW did a hell of a job with Fyter Fest, and I can't wait to see what else they got in store. Can't wait to watch Fight for the Fallen as the card starts to shape up a little bit. And then I can't wait for All Out on August 31st. And August 31st is going to be a big day. So that week, I'm going to discuss everything, as long as I'm not burnt out. But, you know, when we get there, we'll see what happens. But that weekend is going to be absolutely nuts. So that's that. I do want to talk about Heyman and. Sorry, I'm talking fast. I'm trying to catch my breath. I do want to talk about Heyman and Bischoff taking over Raw and SmackDown. I didn't really see the first hour of Raw. I was watching TV with my wife, and then we proceeded to go get a drink from Wendy's, or something to drink from Wendy's, and then we went to DQ because I wanted ice cream. So I kind of missed the entire first hour. Yeah, so as I was talking about, sorry, I had to pause the video, so give me a few seconds to kind of get back on topic here. But, yeah, Eric Bischoff and Paul Heyman taking over Raw and SmackDown, that was probably a pretty good idea. Like I said, I know Maniac Mansfield could give his opinion. I couldn't give mine until today, or at least I wanted to give mine today on the news video. But I think it was a good move overall, honestly. As you can see, they're trying to be a little more edgy, probably a little more PG-14 for TV, or TV-14 for TV, because that's what AEW's rating is going to be when they come in October to TNT. So they're trying to be a little more edgy. So, because I was trying to look up news for you guys today, or girls, whoever watches this, I was trying to look up news for you, and the one thing that crossed my eye, because I couldn't find too much, the one thing that crossed my eye right before I shot was that WWE rather is afraid to lose the teenage audience to AEW because of how it's kind of more edgy and, you know, stuff like that. I guess I could agree with that. WWE is more for kids now, as we know, so we don't see a lot of that, like the blood and stuff like that. But I guess, like I said, I didn't watch the first week of Raw, or first hour of Raw, but I did hear some stuff how it was edgier, and even SmackDown was a little bit edgier when Kofi flipped off Joe. So I guess it's heading in the right direction. From what I could tell, Raw wasn't too bad, neither was SmackDown. I still think they got a little ways to go before they can fully get back on the high horse and get the ratings back up. But yeah, I think they'll have a few. They got a few more weeks of this, and they'll be all right. They don't fear AEW as competition. Honestly, I love AEW and I love wrestling in general, but I don't think AEW is going to be competition for a while, as long as they can keep this momentum going. If you would have asked me about 2 or 3 weeks ago, before this news came out, I would have said, "Oh, AEW is going to be up there in 2 years, 2 or 3 years, probably." But well, if AEW was still around. But now the way it's looking, it's going to be kind of like a long haul. And competition, yes, I said competition. Competition is healthy. But all wrestling fans are going to be, we hear this all the time, well, why do you want one company to succeed and the other one don't? I never said I never ever wanted WWE to succeed, and I'm just saying this in general from other people posting comments and stuff on wrestling boards and stuff on Facebook. Well, why don't you root for both? Yada yada yada. It wasn't me, you know, people talking to other people. But here's my thing on it. I don't want WWE to go out of business. I think that would be bad. for business, but I also don't want AEW to go out of business now, as well as Impact and all that fun jazz, because wrestling is fun for everybody, no matter what you watch. Even if it, yes, Raw, SmackDown did suck, and this week was better. We'll see what next week brings. We gotta go week by week. But the way it is I think wrestling's good for everybody. Raw, obviously on Monday, SmackDown's moving back to Friday Nights Live. What else? Oh, AEW will probably be on Wednesday, called Wednesday Night Dynamite. That'll probably be their weekly show. Everything in wrestling weeks will be good as everything progresses and stuff, and I think it's good for the wrestling business because you'll have Raw on Monday. You won't have anything on Tuesday, so catch up on some wrestling that you might have missed from the past week. Excuse me, or catch up on wrestling that you may have missed, or catch up on NXT if you missed it. Like, I'm gonna watch NXT UK Live here when it starts. But yeah, I just think you do that and you'll be okay. And just watch something when it catches up, because then you're gonna have Monday Night Raw. Catch up on whatever you want to watch Tuesday, or whatever show you watch that's not wrestling on Tuesday night. Then Wednesday at 3 o'clock Eastern Time, or if you're on the West Coast, if I reach that far somehow. 12 o'clock for you guys, it'll be NXT UK, and then at 8 o'clock you got NXT, and you have 8 to 10 you have AEW if you want to watch AEW on TNT, and if you don't watch NXT Live, you can always go back and watch it later. So that's just my thing on it. So I'm probably going to watch AEW Live and then go and watch NXT afterwards or something like that on Wednesday. It depends on how my Wednesdays are going to be. But yeah, that's just the way it is. And then obviously you got SmackDown on Friday. And you also got Impact on Friday if they stay on Pursuit. They might move to AXS TV. Hopefully they stay on Twitch though. But we will see. Another thing I wanted to bring up is Evolve Wrestling is going to be on the WWE Network and run against Fight for the Fallen. Now, Fight for the Fallen, yeah, it was planned ahead of time, a few months, and WWE wants competition with them. Well, here's the thing. As much as I like WWE and NXT and Evolve and all of that, and I did see an Evolve event, I watched it live on one, but it was good. It was really good. I mean, they bring NXT stars or 205 Live stars, and have to go wrestle those guys. But it's a solid card, but I'll catch up on that later. It'll be on the network. I'm an AEW guy as well, so I'm going to be watching Fight for the Fallen live. Whatever happens in Evolve, I'll go back and catch up on it later. But they are streaming Evolve. If you do not know anything about Evolve, I would highly, 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 highly recommend you guys watch that. Unless you're going to watch AEW live. But if you're going to watch AEW live like me, please go back and watch it later. It doesn't have to be the same night. It could be the next day. That's up to you. But if you haven't watched it, I highly recommend you guys watch it. So that covers that. But there's one order of business left that I want to cover. I'm supposed to cover all grounds on all wrestling things. So I'm going to cover Impact. Probably not going to order it. I don't know. I got to see how things are this weekend. But I'm going to run down the card, and I'm just going to sort of talk about it briefly, and then we're just going to end the episode and move on. I know I talked probably longer than I should have this week, but I did miss a week. I didn't want to go back and talk about old stuff or that happened last week, even though I know I did it before. I just didn't want to talk about it. Just figure I'd give my opinions and stuff, and we got enough show, so we're just going to run down this card real quick, briefly talk, we're going to end this episode. So, Brian Cage versus Michael Elgin. I did like Michael Elgin when he was in Ring of Honor, and then he was in New Japan for a little while. Brian Cage, the effing machine, great. I expect Brian Cage to win unless they're going to give Michael Elgin the title, which would surprise me. Rich Swann versus Johnny Impact, or Johnny Mundo, or John Morrison, or if you watched him in WWE, or whatever you want to call him. I think he wins the X Division title. They're going to give him the title. I like Rich Swann, but I think they're going to give Johnny Impact the title. Moose versus RVD. If you don't know who Moose is, he's a big guy that came from Ring of Honor. He has all the skill sets to be a superstar. He was supposed to be at NXT, but he has a prior record. So NXT was kind of lenient on signing him, so he signed with Impact instead. He did play for the Atlanta Falcons, I believe, in the NFL. RVD takes this one. Taya Valkyrie, which is Johnny Mundo's wife, or Impact's wife, whatever you want to call him. So Taya Valkyrie versus Rosemary versus Su Yang versus Jessica Havoc in a 4-way Monsters Balls match for the Women's Knockout or the Impact Knockouts Champion. Whew, that's an awful. I don't know. Probably Jessica Havoc. I don't know. Just done a guess up there. LAX, Ortiz and Santana, or Latin American Exchange. Ortiz and Santana versus the Rascals, Desmond Xavier, Trey Miguel, Lazak, and Lance. LAX's contracts are up, so they might drop the belt Sunday. I don't know. I'm going to say the other Rascals win. Sami Callihan versus Tessa Blanchard in a intergender match. A lot of people say, oh, well, intergender wrestling this, intergender wrestling that. I think it's good as long as you put two performers in there that will go out and put on a match and a hell of a show. I think it's okay. In no way am I supporting violence of women at all, as some people like to go that direction because of just how we live today. But in no way am I insinuating abuse of women, because that is definitely wrong. But if you have two professional wrestlers, one man, one woman, that can go out there and put on a show, by all means, I'm down for it. Go for it. Let's see what they do. Lastly, Eddie Edwards and Killer Kross. Killer Kross tried to get out of his Impact contract, so I think they're going to have Eddie Edwards win. Now, I know that was just quick, but I don't really like talking long, and I kind of talked over where I wanted to talk, but that's okay. But, yeah, so this is going to be about a 22, 23-minute episode. So, for anyone that has watched my videos, thank you. Who has subscribed to our channel, Joshua Mania, thank you. Like the page, follow us on Twitter, all that fun jazz. I personally thank you, and I hope you guys, girls, men, women, continue to watch all across the board. Like I said, if you want to follow my personal YouTube channel, it's more of like a motivational channel, where I'm going to take a phrase or something, take a phrase or a saying, or talk to a group of people, or talk about issues that are going on in the world, and try to inspire you to kind of get out of the funk that you're in, and be like, hey, yeah, he's right, I can do this, that type sort of thing. So it's more like a motivational page. Search Tyler Talley, Talley, on YouTube. It should pop up. It's me with the Young Bucks. I think that's my picture on there. So please go subscribe to my personal channel. For anyone who has, thank you for subscribing, liking, and everything, Joshua Mania. Also, I do have a Facebook page, Positive Attitude Tuesdays on Facebook. Go find me. Please like my page. Like I said, I'm going to post some stuff probably Tuesday, and yeah, we're going to go from there. But after all that, I thank you guys for following us, subscribing to us, and all that jazz. So thank you very much. Hit the thumbs up button. If you like these episodes, tell me what I'm doing wrong. Tell me what you like. I would appreciate your feedback. Lastly, follow Joshua Mania on Twitter, which is run by me and my brother mostly. But Joshua Mania 2019 on Twitter. It's just Joshua Mania everywhere else on YouTube and Facebook. But Joshua Mania 2019 on Twitter. Catholic Josh 122, that's Josh, or Maniac Mansfield for a stage name. But Catholic Josh 122 on Twitter, and me, TJ Talley 25, Talley 25, TJ Talley 25. That is it. So other than that, you guys stay blessed.